Okay, getting the first pick. Oh, get three, Pyro, get three with the
Wade Kid putting on a clinic. Whole team's down. Oh!
Experience tranquility.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the day that, it comes once a season. And, we always hope that it never comes, except for the admins. They are praying for this day to come as soon as the season starts. I would know, because sometimes I'm that person too. But nevertheless, we are here the last day of season 6, the Discord tier All-Stars match going on between, once again, Aurum and Indigo. Got a lot of amazing players voted on by y'all, the community, as to who you believed were the best of the best of the best. And we're going to see them play it out tonight. I'm Captain Jack, your play-by-play for the evening, joined by Worst Cast on Analyst and Laggy-san on Production. Now, Worst, we have got quite a lineup of top-tier Discord tier talent tonight. Who do you got your eye on for making the big plays tonight?
Yeah, so obviously a lot of very well-known names. It is All-Star event, so not only do we have the best, we also have the most popular. Not to say those things are mutually exclusive, but that is something happens. Cry, obviously, very well-known, and so is the Dwang with the Dwang gang, as many people do know. So it's gonna be very interesting. Like, those two players, the first one, I was like, yes, Dwang and Cry facing off against each other. But obviously, everyone else on those rosters as well, very popular. We do have Thor and OC, who I know a little bit more from production side. These guys do help out a lot. But yeah, looking at these things, it should be a really fun night. We're all going to have some interviews as well, piling up. So if anyone that maybe wants to talk to some of these players, wants to get maybe a little bit more insight, if you haven't already, if you don't already talk to them on a daily basis, you're going to get to know them a little bit better. And that is kind of the hope, as we're going to also try to bring you some pretty fun Overwatch. Not going to be the most invigorating of the mind mentally, like, oh, big brain, but it will be quite enjoyable.
I don't know what you're talking about, Worst. Honestly, this is the match that everybody is waiting for, because not only is it the best of the best, but we're going to be seeing some of the craziest Overwatch that you could possibly see. We take event week and then we just amp it up by like a million during the All-Stars, because most of the time we have no idea what's going on. They're making backroom deals in that chat that we're not paying attention to, and then we just have to kind of decipher as casters what is going on screen. I mean, the teabag counter that you saw last night going down, we're going to be trying our best to keep up with that as well. But for the most part, everything's going to stay the same. We're going to be starting off, our first two maps are just going to be basic 2-2-2 roll lock competitive. It looks like we're going to Rialto and Route 66. And then, of course, we go to Goats Row. We play Goats on Kings Row. And then we've got Eichenwald, no limits. Everyone gets to play pretty much whatever hero they want, as many heroes as they want. You can see 6 stacks of the same hero. You could see triple Farah Mercy. You could see triple Orisa Bastion. You could see all sorts of stuff come out there. And then, of course, we end on Lijiang Tower. We play out all 3 maps, with each map being specifically for one role. One map all tanks, one map all supports, or otherwise known as the Spanish Inquisition, and one map all DPS all the time. So let's go ahead and start rounding out into our first map, Rialto, if our teams are ready to go, which means we got to bring in our first interviewee for the evening. And you know them, you love them, you know that they are just amazing because they've got their own little tag that we're always spouting out off about here in the Discord server. It is Lazuli _Overwatch. Lazuli, welcome to the chat. Hello. As I violently pull you in with no expectation whatsoever. Last feature match, last feature match of the season. How you feeling tonight? Do you got some? Y'all got some strategies planned there on the Indigo side?
Absolutely not. Just matching profile pictures and that's it.
Nice. I mean, that's a strategy all in itself. Just shows that you're on the same page, right?
Yeah. We all changed our name to Chef in Discord. You saw.
Yes, I did, and I cried a little bit, and I had to ask you back. I mean, it was very nice, but I was not gonna hunt you all down amidst the sea of chefs to hope that I got the right person in here. Oh goodness, but nevertheless, we're going to start off on Rialto. This is always a great map to get started on. You know, like I said, the first 2 maps are just going to be your basic 2-2-2 competitive. So we're hoping that this is going to be the best of the best, you know, just kind of brawling it out, see kind of what sticks and what doesn't stick. Needless to say, it's probably just going to be a total meme fest. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, honestly, look at what we've already got on the field there, Worst. I mean, you can't get any memeier than what I'm already seeing coming out from the attacking team.
Well, yeah, we might not get that, but look at this from the blue side here of OM. They're kind of going with the pretty meta composition, honestly. Not what I would have loved to see here. You got the Zen, you got the Brig, both those 2 characters. They don't provide that much healing, but they provide a lot of zone control, a lot of damage control, a lot of peel. So that's kind of what you're going for, and you had to get these double snipers set up and prevent them from getting dove. But as I say that, Thorcraft is going to be going down here. The Bastion does take out their first victim.
Yeah, you know, really weird on that ball. You just try to roll in and see if you can get anything, but it doesn't always work out the way that you think. We already see Marcel trying to work into that backline. Already got the hook onto OC once. Hopefully Thor will be able to create some space for their Canlises. Coming in, your MVP of the season, taking down our Anonymous on the Indigo side. But Asdo does get the trade on that Bastion. Not too proud to be pulling out that 300 bullet per clip amazing hero that I know them to be. OC with the shield incredibly low right now as we go ahead and continue to see them pushing into Objective Alpha.
Yeah, and they're looking to almost cap this up here. They've lost 2, but both those characters are extremely quick. We know how quick Lucio is. We also know how quick that ball is. As the McCree, Seraph does run forward, does interrupt the ultimate, but loses their life for it. The Flux gonna have a trans for it. No one's gonna really go down here. So it's just a bigger battle on this card. A lot of just DPS from all the characters here. You don't really have for either side like characters that are gonna be like hard, like controlling space like a typical tank would. Outside of that, Sigma. He's really the only one that kind of does the traditional job, and even then, he's more of a DPS character in this lineup. As more teabag, there's one. Are we starting the counter now, perhaps?
Ooh, yeah, I guess we do have to start the counter up right there. And I didn't. Did you catch which side that one was for? I didn't catch that one.
That was for the Indigo side.
Indigo side. So Ori got one on the counter. Very nice. All right, Marcel with the first teabag of the night. Gotta love it. Must have missed it right there at the end. The picks continuing to come in there, though. Marcel not happy about being cleared out as Candleses and Seraph, the sheriffs, if you will, of the Aurum side, go ahead and clear that cart and get us reset. But 4 minutes are on the clock right now for Indigo to go ahead and push in, and they got some ultimates online now. Lazuli, if you were playing in this map right now, what would you recommend for Indigo to do to not only get the memeiest type of a flank coming in, but also get the most value?
That was actually very clean as the Bastion jumps. You love to see it.
Oh, yeah. I wish I was anywhere close to as skilled to be able to pull that off, to be completely honest with you. I always try it, and then I go like 2 feet off the ground. And it's like, wow, I'm so sad. All right.
One of the scariest things in a game, seeing a Bastion.
Yeah, just seeing Bastion just yeet himself into the air. Woo! All right.
He's not a dive character.
Oh, so crazy.
Until he is.
How does he use the coach gun to get to the high ground? I never knew. Well, that's objective 2 captured, so obviously that trick worked out very well in the favor of Indigo. We do see some swaps coming in, though. It looks like OC has swapped over to that Diva, and Thor, although on that ball, I feel is getting ready to swap things up as well, because needless to say, this ball kind of getting shredded here, Worst.
Oh, he gets shredded, but he also shreds back. But I don't know if they'll be able to push in with that. They lose 2. A really good job there from Thor. Takes out 2, but keeps them from pushing this card in as 6. And once that happens, it's kind of like how you get with any other map. With the defender's advantage on this last point, it's going to be really hard to push in without your entire team there balling it on the point. But even so, they're going to look like they're going to be losing more. But as we do see this point going back over to the side, as the Bastion, the counter Bastion is brought out here, and the Crush comes down onto Glitch. I want to ask Zuli, like, we know you did the Chef thing. Yeah, you all changed your name to Chef, but any other day rituals, basically, to get yourself ready to just pumped up and get ready to, like, smack some people around?
Not necessarily. We all just kind of hopped into VC. We noticed that I believe Marcel and Chef both had Chef as their name, and we all kind of just hopped on the bandwagon. It was pretty instant, actually.
Yeah, just didn't have a word. That's the kind of synergy that Indigo has, folks. Do you hear that? Exactly. It's just like immediately you just kind of vibing. You already know. Does the Aurum side have that? No, of course not. Didn't see that. Didn't see that in the chat going on. So come on, Aurum, let's see what you got. Well, right now they're holding a very strong line. Yeah, didn't have matching profile pictures either. Gosh, so sad, so sad. Well, nevertheless, even though they didn't have matching profile pictures, they are holding this objective for now. Thorcraft swapping over to that Rhine as we see a fatty chatty coming out, takes down the D-Wing. Canlis is now in on the Doomfist. Gonna start cleaning things up. Marcel last to fall to Zoner as they indeed zone out the objective, and now we only have about 2 minutes left on the clock, Worst.
I think Canlis's idea is just go swap to any character that the enemy team swaps to. Any team, any character they swap to, the Torbjorn, well, they swapped the Bastion. Bastion swapped out. And then we've got the Torb, Canlis. I'll match the Torb. It's a little bit of mental games here coming out from Canlis, trying to say he's better at that than them, but not over just yet for Indigo, as yeah, and even if they don't manage to push us in, as McCree's rolling forward, it's a little dangerous, but even if they don't push us in all the way, it's Rialto. We can get first health super easily. I'm pretty sure most maps I've played in ranked get ended at first hold. It's about that simple.
Absolutely.
That's true. I've been on either side of that spectrum for sure. Asdo on this high ground, trying to see if they can get some damage in, but OC coming in with that self-destruct. Chef running over Thorcraft, though, looking to tie things up, but it might be just too little too late unless I can get OC out of this mech. And honestly, I think we need to start considering if that's D.Va's version of teabagging getting the remech kills. I think that's something we as Overwatch players really need to start looking into. And
the teabag though doesn't do damage. It's a big difference, you know.
But it does do damage. It does mental damage. Worst, it does the mental.
In certain instances, yes.
Needless to say, we are under a minute on the clock right now, and it seems that that payload is pretty well stuck.
Now, you said you didn't like plan that much for this, but like, did you guys even talk about like how Mimi was taking this, how serious was taking this? Kind of any insight? No, I mean, like, but how Mimi we talking? Like, how Mimi we talking? Like, when we hit those later fun rounds, like how fun we gonna get? Pretty fun.
I assume we plan to do a little trolling.
All right. I was about to say, if I don't see at least one Torbhammer kill, I'm throwing the rest of the cast. I'm just telling you that right now.
I can't speak for the rest of my team, but I'm definitely trolling, so keep an eye out for that.
All right, well, there you go, folks. Asdo getting the nano on the objective, starting things out with that tank mode. Doing a lot of damage, and the cleanup just continues to come in. Overtime now ticking away. The only one left on the objective right now, but that shield can only take so much as you've got Asdo and Marcel on either side of it. 0.3 meters remaining, and Anonymous locks in that last elimination onto Zoner, actually onto OC, as they move their way out of the objective spawn. That is going to take all the time that they had in the bank to go into that objective, but hey, they got 3 points, and in the end, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's literally all you need on Rialto. Like, I'm sure anyone that ever like plays ranked consistently, and because when you play ranked consistently, people like to complain a lot about like getting the same map over and over again, but I'm pretty sure you get most maps in the game. So getting Rialto, and sometimes you get them a bunch of times in a row, you know that if you cap third point, it's just like you're in a good spot. You're just in a really, really good spot, unless you just suck at defense, which is possible for the Indigo team. Maybe we've heard that they're already gonna do some little bit of trolling, so on defense might not be so good for them.
We already see it going on. The big tracer all over the chat. Big tracer, big tracer. Asdo looking to pull out the big tracer. I don't know if Asdo actually plays tracer. That might be the meme that's going on here. But nevertheless, one of those glass cannon characters that you absolutely love to see in this meta right now. And as we're getting ready to see Aurum head on out of the gates, let's go ahead and talk about the season. Had a relatively good season on the Flying Lions. Probably didn't get as far as you were hoping to get, but nevertheless, yeah, you got there. Can you kind of tell us about maybe like one of your favorite moments of this season, kind of what you enjoyed about season 6?
I think one of my favorite moments as a team is when we started playing this like Doom Rhine like rush comp. It was like we were not having luck with double bubble, and we just kind of we sat down with our coach one day and we watched a contenders match. They were playing this like Doom Rhine BAP rush comp, and we said we can try that. So I learned Doom in like a week, and we had a lot of success on it in scrims, not so much in actual games, but
as one does.
Favorite moment.
Yeah,
it was my favorite moment because we really felt like kind of for the first time in a while like really synergized as a team, and like we were actually making
nice.
fun. So whether we actually got results with it or not kind of doesn't matter to me. I'm just glad we as a team had some fun along the way.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the day, that's all you can hope for, right? And I think that's
Absolutely.
something that we that we value a lot here in the Tranquility community is that at the end of the day, you may not walk away with the dub. You know, only one person gets to win at the end of the day, folks. That's just
At
the way
least
that it
I made
happens.
playoffs this season. So I
Exactly. As
personally
long
can't
as
complain.
you had fun, and you got you know, as far as you hope that you would, at least, or at
That was
least
my personal dub. It's an improvement from last season.
exactly. See, there you go. But nevertheless, we still got a match going on here, so I guess
Do we
should
really?
probably,
Or is it
we
just
should
an
probably
interview?
pay attention to this. a
Exclusive
little bit.
interview. Nothing
Yeah,
else is happening on your screen. Just an exclusive
I mean,
interview.
just
truly,
background content.
to be completely honest, is there anything happening on the screen? The payload's still at like 46 meters. So,
Ooh,
oh,
This is playing. This is ranked.
The big tracer.
And- wow, Asdo. All right. Okay, Asdo kind of good at Tracer, it seems. So look at that. Didn't even need the grab from Chef to be able to pull off that 2K with the pulse bomb. So
Yeah, here's what
that-
these comps are telling me right now. It's telling
Yeah.
me they hop into a rank game, right? The
Yeah.
Ryan, the person selects Ryan, so the option's like, okay, I gotta go Diva, okay? The other
Okay.
person selected Lucio because of the Reinhardt, and they was like, oh, I guess I'll go BAP with it. And so the DPS was just like, I'll just play what I want. The other side, same thing happened, as everything is crumbling apart. Everything's crumbling. And now Thorcraft is dead.
Oh no.
Asdo's killing everyone.
Yep.
Oh man.
Thorcraft with the solo shatter onto Dwang though. That was you gotta love it. I mean, yeah, not to be too graphic, but I mean, Ana and Ryan have had relatively big conversations in a romantic sense. So, you know, needless to say, I'll let your imagination do the rest of the work there, folks. OC going for the hard reset there, not for certain exactly what they were going for. Probably just trying to get the mech back after getting bullied so much. You know, not being able to get that smash kill they were hoping for. But with only 35 seconds remaining on the clock, Worst, I think you're right. I think that this comp game is indeed going to end in Indigo's favor, unless this rotation really works out.
I don't know if it will. I mean, they found the Bastion, but he's escaped onto the boat. Okay, they got him on the boat. He couldn't escape long enough. And Dwang's gone down again. Okay, so the push the Bastion into the boat strategy works. Of course, Careless, not Careless, the Thor missed the boat. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, he missed the boat. Why are we EMP? We EMPing, I guess.
EMP from our Anonymous, looking for the 1v6. Not gonna happen, unfortunately. But you see Thor in here just swinging wildly away. The spawn is right there, though. So as long as Chef continues to hold this line, that does give them time for their
Chef's too
to
good?
get back in here. Exactly.
Thor's just holding
Asdo
shield.
already finding canvases,
Nah.
but there it is. Thor finally does get the opportunity to take down Chef. But Asdo on that Widow gonna start clicking heads. Dwang also getting in on that action. That payload's gonna start making its way over the bridge and heading. Oh,
Like I said,
dude.
Canless just matches whatever the enemy team plays. He
Yeah.
just sees the Widow, goes Widow, and I don't think Asdo's gonna let that the slight to his ability
my
slide.
God.
He's just killed 3 people. Asdo has literally just killed 3 people. The bridge. Oh, almost bogged by the bridge.
Oh, please, someone give Asdo some like aspirin or Tylenol or something, because might be having some back problems after this match is all done. Already the time continuing to tick down as they lock it just shy of the bridge for objective 2. And needless to say, it seems that I'm not seeing a lot of memery thus far. I feel, producer, if you could go ahead and let them know, we need more teabags. I'm not seeing a lot of teabags on my screen.
Brian already said that. Brian,
That's honestly a big L in my book. I don't care if you actually win. Definitely need more teabags going on here. I can't count if they're not actually happening. Nevertheless, it looks like the cleanup's starting to come in. Indigo's still looking like they're going to be able to hold this sucker together. So I guess we'll go ahead and get back to the interview until the match gets spicy again.
It's a match? I thought this was an interview.
It's honestly
60
an
minutes?
interview just with like a little bit of Overwatch peppered in. So, needless to say, Laz, you've been a part of this community for some time. Could you give us a little bit about like your experience and kind of what you really liked about the growth of the Tranquility community over the last couple seasons?
Well, as for my experience, it's been really good actually. I really can't find anything to complain about. I grew a lot as a player, for sure. I initially joined Harmony Tier in Season 5 to be a Genji player, but I eventually found out that Hitscan is just broken, so I got nominated for Best Hitscan twice in a row, so I guess
Nice.
I'm right now. But as for the growth of the community in general, I've only been here 2 seasons, and it's absolutely insane how many like more teams and people I've seen just from last season to this season.
Ooh.
And I can't like not mention like, you know, the Twitch partnership and everything. It's just really good to see.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we can't do it without all of you. And as overtime ticks away, almost a Charlie Niner there for the side of Orem, but just barely able to get out of that sleep dart was
That's my team.
Thor that could touch it. But you should be really proud, Laz. Indigo
Of course,
walking
of
away
course.
with the victory here on Rialto, showing their stuff as we see this cleanup from OC, though. And then getting the hit onto Glitch, who flies into the canal. I mean, honestly, do you expect anything better from your Reddit Lucio player than
Absolutely
getting
not.
flung by a fist into the canal? So, Laz,
Exactly
thanks
what I
so
thought would
much
happen.
for spending a match with us and
Of course.
spending some time with us. Is there anybody that you'd like to shout out? Anything more you'd like to talk about real
Man.
quick before we send you back to your team for the next match?
I cannot wait for you guys to see Brian. When he
I
gets in,
Brian,
it's-
I'm so ready to see
it'll be-
Brian.
he's gonna do so well, I promise.
I'm
He
so
told me.
excited. We're headed to the ice cream store later. It's gonna be a good time. All right, thank you so much, Laz. I'm gonna go ahead
problem.
and send you on
Send me
back
home.
to
Dear
your
fellow
team.
chefs.
Send you on
Fellow
home. Here
chef.
we go. There we go. I think I sent them to the right place. Let's see. Yeah, it's called Indigo All Stars. I probably should check those channels ahead of time.
Man,
Make
is
sure.
this ethical? We just get to drag people in and out of this,
Oh,
this
you know
chamber
the
of
great
doom.
part? You know the great part is I don't have to drag people anymore.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
you
the
can just
hardest
click
part
it.
about doing it. I can just
Yeah.
click on their name and just send them where I want them to go. Which is
Yeah, I don't know
great.
if this is ethical. As you can see from our casting backgrounds, it isn't the brightest place around. So maybe a dungeon of some kind. I can't even tell. It's so dark. I don't even know where I've been for the last 17 years. It's some abyss.
Yeah.
All I know is that there's Overwatch to be casted. They
Yeah.
just pull me out of here in my coma.
Yeah, that's pretty much what goes on here in the Tranquility community for sure. We will get an interview in here rather soon. But speaking of something that Lazuli mentioned, first off, I can't say it enough. I've said it on Twitter, I've said it on stream, but I'm gonna say it again. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing community and help us get to partner. I can't tell you how big of a deal that is. Like I have a friend of mine, Alex Yoshi. He and I talk a lot about Tier 4 Overwatch. There are 2 communities that have a Twitch partnership. One is Tranquility, and one is Elo Hell. That's it. Nobody else has a partnership right now. So that just shows you like the power that a community can have to really like influence how incredible the experience can be. And by reaching partner, that only means that we can do so many more things for the community. We can do crazy streams and not have to worry about things like, you know, watch time or anything like that. I mean, obviously we still kind of have to worry about that, but like we can do just a whole bunch of more fun interactive stuff with y'all, and I really hope that you look forward to the stuff that we're going to be doing in the off season, like has already been kind of soft released. we've got some stuff going on in the off season. The Trank Open is coming back. We're going to be able to do some fun with that in June. We're going to be having some more tournaments like we had during the off season between season 5s and season 6, like the Goats tournament and stuff like that. And we might just have some fun streams. I know we have a D&D one shot with the admins that is on the lineup somewhere in this crazy summer that we got going on.
Interesting
But
to
none
see
of
who'll
that.
DM that one.
Yeah, it's really going to be interesting to see how that one turns out. But seriously, folks, thank you for all that you put into this community. We could not do all that we do without you being there to help us along the way. So that's going to go ahead and get me off my soapbox. But if this is your first time here and you didn't know about any of that, you should hit that follow button. I'm just saying. We do a lot of cool stuff here, and we would appreciate your follow. It shows you how much you love us, as well as gets you notified when you ding that bell every time we're online. We don't really have a set schedule right now for the off season, but needless to say, that's going to be the best way that you know about things that are going on. And
Join our
when we go
Discord as
live-
well if you want to.
Yeah,
You want to
you
see
can
things.
hit that.
Join Discord.
I think it's exclamation Discord in the chat. You can follow the Twitter at OW Tranquility. There's lots of stuff below the stream. You can get involved in that way. So it looks like we've got our lobby set for the best place to get your kicks, which means that we got to bring in another interviewee. And we saw them popping off last match, truly showing that although Canlis is the MVP, they are not the ones that are going to get to hold that title, at least in the last match. So we're going to go ahead and bring them on in. Also from the Indigo team, it's Asdo. Hey, how's it going, Asdo?
Whoa, what's going on?
You've been kidnapped.
Hey.
Welcome.
That was terrifying.
Yeah, well, you know, I hope Laz shared their experience about how things were in here. We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah,
So we were talking with Laz a little bit earlier. Maybe Laz didn't get the full memo on any strategies that Indigo's got going down tonight. So, you know, give us a little bit of the deets. What does Indigo got planned for memery or shenaniganry?
yeah,
in
so our,
tonight's match?
yeah, our number, we were talking about it. We were like, all right, like we were sorting out our comps right before the start. We were talking, all right, if we need to make swaps, we're going to this. And then we just ran hog and ball for pretty much the entirety of it. So it's really no real strat. I only practiced Bastion today, so that is
nice.
That is what I intend on playing for the majority of tonight.
Awesome. That seems great. It looks like Nyx is taking you up on that as well. It seems that all the Bastion strats are coming out today. I find the Rhine ball composition very interesting here. And for the defense, we've got the metal dive with that ball diva. It's going to be an interesting way to get this show started, wouldn't you say there, Worse?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting as Canlis, kind of a little bit miffed about that last game perhaps. It decides to take out Lazuli instantly. As gonna be looking here, Marcel, I think a little bit messed up though on the top side. But really, at this point, this All-Star games a lot of the time, and it kind of like Pugs in general, they end up playing a lot like Ranked in my opinion. And a lot of how this happens, how it goes down.
Arguably worse than ranked.
Honestly, yeah, you're not wrong. Because Ranked, at least people are trying sometimes, maybe. Not all the time.
Well, speaking of trying right now, it doesn't seem to be a lot of trying from the Orm side, at least in the holding the cart aspect, because Drowsy was kind of pushing that cart uncontested right there. We see Pin trying to come in and find Cry, gonna be unsuccessful right there. Canlis says a nice little wave before they go bye-bye. As we see OC getting a little bit of cleanup on Nyx's Bastion as well. Gets the nano on top of that to be able to earn up that Diva Bomb and keep clearing the point. I guess Orem decided that it's going to be the OC show for Route 66.
Yeah, and I think something really funny was they didn't have like a Widow counter traditionally outside of Marcel, so they said, let's just pocket a Lucio and have them go at them. And they did that. They took out
seems
Canlis.
legit.
And Canlis is terrified. Is absolutely terrified now. Had to swap to McCree. Dishonesty at its finest. Has a stun, can one-shot the Lucio even through the pocket. That's not cool, Canlis. You should have taken the ego duel. But instead, we're gonna get some McCree gameplay as OC. A little bit over-aggressive there. But, okay, here's something interesting. Asdo. So Lazuli said, "Look at Brian. Look towards Brian." What do you think about this? Why would he say so specifically to look at Brian when he comes in?
I think looking at Brian is gonna give you the most entertainment that you could possibly ask for if you're looking at this kind of game. I think
All right.
there's just gonna be nothing but shenanigans and memes. from
All right,
Brian.
well, let's go ahead and take a quick look here. We're on Brian and he's dead. All right.
Yeah.
Exactly, that was
So
right.
many shenanigans and memes.
So actually, it was a strategy here from Asdo to cast or curse the other team.
My brain is so massive.
You've been given this power, Asdo. What will you do with it? You now have the ability to
Oh.
cast or curse teams. Now, what will you do with this
Okay,
power?
Well, I mean, I took one for for blue there, so I guess Drowsy's gonna come in, build Shatter in one fight, and just land it on all six.
He's having a lot of
Alright,
fun
well,
building that Shatter.
Yeah,
He's having
that
a lot of
caster
fun
is
building
working
that.
out
Okay, well, alright.
really well, because here comes Brian as the Nana goes onto Canlises and just deletes Drowsy. So yeah, I feel like there we go. There's a teabag tying it up 1-1, at least from what I've seen of the match thus far. Honestly, we got to get more teabags on screen. I don't know if they're happening or not unless we see them. But right now, Aurum does have this objective on lock. 3 minutes remaining on the clock as we're looking to see this push back from Indigo as they swap on over to the dive. Looks like they're going to play a little bit more seriously. Laz coming out with that Deadeye, looking to see who they can find. Going to be unsuccessful in finding anyone, but that Mountain Man gonna start locking it all together. Oh! Ow! Thor and OC with the slam jam combo with that Diva Bomb. Goodness gracious. It
Yeah.
seems that Aurum's got some tricks up their sleeve.
Yeah, it seems like they lost that last map, but looking to come back into it here. And speaking of tricks or maybe shenanigans, was there any collusion occurring in that voice channel? Because anything can happen in those voice channels. People can move around. Well, they can't move around, but they can. There's neutral sites to go to, or there's even DMs. So, was there any collusion that you're aware of that you would like to reveal to the public?
Not
As your
that
due diligence as a Tranquility citizen.
not that I know of. I was tempted to DM Canlises and ask for the Bastion duel, but I figured it would happen at some point, so
It did.
just wasn't even worth the time. But to my knowledge, it's been as clean as you can possibly get watching this kind of match.
Yeah, I mean, as clean as any comp game could totally get, because that's exactly what is going on right here. Nick's coming in with the tack visor, just literally cleaning up everything. Laz does get the final blow onto OC, though, as Brian just sitting here over the objective, waiting for the team to get in. Probably going to come in with a cheeky pulse bomb if we're not careful, as we see.
Little communication.
Just you know what? Sometimes you communicate best in teabags. Brian finds nothing but immortality field right there, though, as the minefield from Thor litters the objective. Yeah, well, I mean.
Oh wait, this is his own mind.
Yeah, I was about to say that's their own minds. Of course, they can think through it.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm looking at. Sometimes I wonder, can I be a caster with this lack of observational proficiency?
It's so hard in the darkness. I understand, Worst. It's true. It truly is difficult. But Drowsy going for the remake kill, looking for it. Self-destruct going high for OC. Doesn't manage to get much of anything, but you do see the sleep coming in. Here it comes. The remake.
No.
Oh, no luck whatsoever. But Lazuli _Overwatch start popping in the chat, folks, is popping off right now. Drowsy with a double kill of their own. And that payload's going to make it into Objective Bravo, opening up the bunker for a capture by the Indigo team. Now, similar to the questions that we were asking Lazuli. You had an incredible season, Asdo. I hope you had a lot of fun with you and your team doing the things that you were able to do this season. Why don't you tell us kind of like your favorite moments, like things that you really enjoyed about season 6?
Yeah, I mean, it was genuinely a really good season for all of our team. We had a ton of fun. Kind of went into it not really knowing what to expect. We had a pretty good result in the previous season at Discord, but we had swapped up some roles. Decided let's try something a bit different, kind of have some fun with it, and somehow just started doing well. So we just kind of wrote it out and figured out let's just keep giving it a shot, and we're able to take it undefeated, which was pretty terrific. I know a couple of the guys on our team had never won a league or a season before, so it was definitely pretty meaningful because we'd been playing together for a year and a half, 2 years or so.
No, definitely understandable for sure. As we go ahead and get back into the action real quick, because we're getting ready to come into this payload being captured, the res comes in onto Canlis as Brian just continues to be bullied. And I think maybe that's what Lazuli was pointing out, is that really Lazuli was just going to bully Brian the entire match, and that was the shenanigans that you were going to end up seeing throughout the entire match, because I haven't seen Brian survive more than like 10 seconds in any objective fight that I've seen gone on so far. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes on the attack as we see Indigo capture Objective Charlie with 26 seconds on the clock. I don't know, Worst, if you were coming out with the memeiest comp possible, what would you suggest Indigo come out with?
Okay, so here's what you do, okay? You go... I don't know, what are funny characters? Moira's funny. Moira's a funny character, you know? Go Moira, go... I don't know, there's not that many funny supports anymore. Ever since they removed Symmetra from the support category, they kind of stopped being funny. They kind of started becoming, hey, I'm just gonna beat your face in. And, you know, sometimes that was not so fun to experience. Especially Big 1.0. Definitely beat your face in that one. But yeah, Moira's probably the only still funny one in the fact that she's actually not good right now. If she is good, it's not funny. It's just depressing. But
I was about to say, you obviously don't play in any of my plat games.
No.
She's still relatively good in my plat games.
She's played. She's definitely played. Hey, shenanigans, Brian. Shenanigans.
Brian getting up to the shenaniganry already as we see them trying to come out with this Bastion. Not going to really work out so well with this dive that's going on. It seems that like Thor and OC are just kind of on their own level. I mean, obviously they were on the same team for the entire season, so you'd hope they'd have some synergy. But Cry gonna support Brian on that Bastion regardless. Bring in the res. I'm going to start mowing them down once again as they move their way onto this high ground. Laz falling incredibly low. Brian's going to have to back off just a little bit. But Drowsy's in the back line. And it looks like OC, that angry monkey, going to go ahead and find them as they move their way into Objective Alpha.
Yeah, and they push at this point. But as though you aren't in for the GOATS match. So unfortunately... Unfortunately, I don't know. Fortunately, unfortunately, what is your opinion? Did you want to play in the GOATS match, or do you not want to play in the GOATS match?
I love GOATS. I think GOATS is like the best meta ever made. I'm actually a D.Va player, so it kind of breaks my heart. But you know, it happens. Let the people play. Let them have fun. I can have fun another day. That's all right.
I mean, you have no limits later, and of course you also have the all-one roll. So those two matches, what are you expecting from the no limits and the all-one roll? Unless you don't want to give anything away, but I'm sure no one knows at this point. Neither team knows what's going to go on for those games.
I mean, I wouldn't want to leak my strats.
Yes,
as I do intend on
serious strats going on in the all.
Yeah, how will you play Bastion when there's all tanks and all supports? That's my question.
Oh, so for the all tanks, all supports.
Yes.
It's a different question. Not sure. I'll just flex around my team. I'll just let them pick.
Who is the most Bastion like tank?
Bastion like tank? It's up for debate. I gotta say, with my style of Bastion, just taking some off angles with Sigma, not bad.
True.
Could also
You are a
classify
turret.
Hog. Exactly. It's one of those two, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I mean, you got to be honest though. Like, if we're gonna start theory crafting as to what the closest bastion is, it's Orisa, folks. Come on, like,
Wait, actually,
Yeah,
unironically
everyone
true.
forgot about the horse. How did
yeah,
you
I am-
forget
I
about
don't
the
know.
horse?
I am locking Orisa.
Oh my gosh, how could you forget about the horse? I'm gonna go cry in a closet now as
No, don't
Brian
do
goes
it.
ahead and
Character
plays
has not
the
been good for a
objective.
minute.
But you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what hero you play, as long as you stand still while you're shooting people. That's
Yeah.
honestly the best way that you can lock Bastion on any role. So, needless to say, Thor comes in, gets stunned out, I think by Laz amidst the chaos there in that side room, but the minefield still comes out, not able to stun out the ultimate, just the pile driver. The canvases coming in on that Genji, now popping the blade, looking to go ahead and chase down Nyx, not going to be able to get away from that action. Zoner able to find some love as well with that nano rifle, and that's going to go ahead and lock down objective Bravo. OC bringing in a couple of little tea bags as they walk their way into the bunker.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. I think running Nanoblade again in All Stars is kind of a gimme, you know? It's like, hey, do you want to win? But like without trying that hard, and just run Nanoblade. It's just every like a minute and a half, just you got a combo that's gonna win you a fight probably, because I bet you they are not trying to peel puff. No one's peeling properly. Everyone man for themselves. That Bastion Nanoblades, you know, glitch, instead of trying to boop them away, it's running the opposite direction. Just running. Doesn't even care. Let the wing die.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a reason that we call him D-Wang, folks. Just absolute Chad, and if he can't survive on his own, then, you know, that's just end of the day right there. I mean, look at OC. Look at OC. Could not survive in that side room against Marcel. Just obviously not strong enough to take on that 1v4. I don't know what you're talking about. D-Wang could. That's what I'm saying. D-Wang gang for life, baby. All right, get back into that action. Drowsy with the double kill with that self-destruct. Just goes ahead and cleans stuff up. Canlis is brought back into the fight by Cry. Indeed, making us all cry right now, as Nyx is like, nah, I'm not allowing that to happen. We are spawn camping here.
That's not a wait. That
This
point in
is
spawn.
literally the definition of spawn camping right now. Marcel is playing the biggest brain game right now. Just if producer, can we get a quick look inside their spawn? I want to see if there's a monkey spray in there, because that's the legit. All right, you know you've done it right if there's a monkey spray in spawn.
No,
And
no
there
monkey
is not.
spray.
Nope, no monkey spray from Marcel. Didn't do it right. Do it again. All right. Well, obviously that's why it didn't work, right? Now you're seeing them take the objective back. It's because there was
mark
no
your
monkey
territory.
spray. Exactly. You got to mark your territory there, folks. So.
As though, I mean, we didn't ask this question, I don't think, before. Maybe we did. I don't know. My memory is shoddy at best. Who do you think is like the most fun person to play with here tonight? That you would want to play with, even if they're on a room. Who would you think is the most fun person to play with that you would want to play with?
Okay, well.
So who's your favorite? Is basically.
No,
what
not
we're
not
at.
who your favorite. Who would be the most fun to play with? I have a friend who's
playing
my
favorite.
favorite, not because of the most fun, but because they give me SR. Okay.
Most fun tonight or most fun like
Most
in a
fun
season?
tonight.
Tonight.
No,
Tonight?
just
So-
In a fun setting.
So far, I gotta say, playing with Marcel has been a blast. It's been a ton of fun. He's calling whatever he sees. There's no logic, but everyone knows what's going on. So
I see a tree. I see a bush.
Exactly.
I see a hero right there. I shot at him. They're dead now. All right. Go back to
Exactly.
spawn. I got the heals. Let's keep going.
yeah. But other than that, I mean, haven't had a chance to play with Lazuli yet, but I think Lazuli would also be a ton of fun to play with.
No nano blade.
Speaking of fun,
It's
he can
only-
also kill Genjis.
It's
So that's a lot
only-
of fun.
It's only easy to get Nanoblade kills if you actually get kills with the Nanoblade. So
that's how that works.
It's not
I
as
think
easy when
Oh,
it doesn't work
yes.
out in your favor. Wow. Bullied Marcel right there. Somebody report this Aurum team for bullying Marcel, because that was not nice. Thor sending out the minefield right there, locking down hopefully the final objective, but it's getting chased down by his owner, trying to get heals on that ball so that they can move their way in. Thankfully, Marcel's on the monkey, playing a little minesweeper action. Seems to have gotten them all without blowing up, so that's always good. You know, I know that a lot of them are Zoomers, so they might not get that reference, but nevertheless, I said it anyway.
Thinking Zoomers don't know what Minesweeper is. It's an achievement in Overwatch, of course, so...
Exactly. That's the only Minesweeper that anyone knows about, of course. Lazuli coming out with this Deadeye, looking to clean it up. Dwayne and Laz lighting up the kill feed. Brian not able to find their way in. No Brian. As the Nano goes in, Canlis is the MVP, trying to carry this match, finds Nyx, but Glitch hacks the system, takes Canlis out of the fight, and now it's a feed fest. OC able to touch Thor, rolling in, but can't touch fast enough. Indigo walks away with Route 66 and puts our series 2-0 going into the halftime break. Now, Asdo, thank you so much for spending
but
some
one
time
second.
with us. What?
One first question before we
Okay.
forcibly unkidnap you, okay?
Okay.
Before we
Excellent.
unkidnap you,
Sure.
I need some trash talk here tonight. Does Aurum win a map tonight?
Oh. Okay, well, if you need trash talk, I have to say no.
I need.
But-
Oh yeah. Mhm.
But I will say, there's some good talent on that team.
Mhm.
There's some
mhm.
good talent on that team. I think anybody
Mhm.
can take anything, but I think we've got the gusto of Marcel just jumping in. We've got
Mhm.
the momentum. I think we just keep up our thing. They're panicking. They're looking bad on All Stars night, and that's never what you want to see.
No, that is not what you want to see. And right now, Harmony and Transcendence Tier put you in a really tough spot, because very rarely is it tied 1-1 after their matches. So it is really up to the Discord tier as to who is going to show who is the stronger
Ooh.
side of the Tranquility Tournament, whether it is Aurum or Indigo. So we will see how that continues to go. Asdo, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Before we throw you back, though, is there anything that you'd like to shout out? Any moments that you'd like to talk about? Anything that you liked about this season? Anything at all before we send you back?
Yeah, I mean, just quick shout out to everyone in Trank. I think it was a really good season. To my knowledge, everyone had a great time, so that's what matters most. And then in terms of some other folks, shout out to the Marsupial Gaming team. Everyone down there, great group of people, and except Navino. So thank you very much.
Always got to make sure to poke that bubble just a little bit right there. Just got to make sure that the air is still leaking out of it. I know that we built up Navino a lot this last week. So thank you so much, Asdo. Go have fun with the Indigo team. All right. Well, now that we got rid of them, we have to head to a halftime break. So go ahead and get yourself some snacks. This is the last halftime of season 6. Oh, no. But we'll catch you. We'll catch you after the break, guys. I'm tearing up.
A person who
Welcome back, folks, you lovely Tranquility community folks, to the Discord tier All-Stars. I hope you enjoyed your last halftime of Season 6. I had to pull myself back together, as you saw at the end of that. I just couldn't. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to break down. All right. So, needless to say, Indigo right now kind of stomping. I'm going to be honest with you. It just seems that not only is the memery and shenanigans on the side of Indigo this time around, but we're seeing a lot of skill coming out of Indigo as well. So it's going to be interesting to see kind of how that shifts as we go into our more memey style, because we're going to be starting off this section of the half on Goats Row with traditional goats. So we've got the Ryan, the Zarya, the Diva, the Zenyatta, the Brig, and the Lucio. And that is it. That's all they get to play. So it's not going to be a composition diff. It's just going to be a team diff to see which team can actually work better than the other in this composition. So what are you thinking here? Do you think that Indigo's got the synergy to pull away with this one as well as the other ones that they've done, or do you think that at the end of the day, Aurum, with that synergy they got going on, they're going to be able to pull it off?
I think that with what Asdo told us about Mosel, I think he's playing this map.
I believe
I'm
so.
not wrong about that.
Let me take a look here.
Goats. Yes, he is. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So with Mosel playing, if you have a main tank with absolute unbridled aggression and no brain, like these players have brain rotted themselves into, like, I want to point out, you guys haven't seen this lobby chat, but it has been a lot of Among Us memes. That'll give you a little bit of like insight into how rotted their brains are right now. So here's what's gonna happen. They're just gonna run at each other. The Ryan's gonna swing his hammer. He's gonna get melted in half a second because he doesn't realize that Discord does a lot of damage. And the thing is though, the Reinhardt that gets the most damage before he dies is gonna win. So it's gonna be Marcel. And I think that's gonna be the big factor here. It's gonna be Marcel just doesn't care. And that's what you need.
I mean, we'll see if that's what happens. I mean, there is a lot of healing sustain on the team as well, so it might not be a full just like immediate death, hopefully. But we will see if Marcel can hold it together for this. But as with every map, we got to bring in another interviewee. So coming once again from Indigo, it seems a lot of interviews from the Indigo side. Seems kind of biased, just saying, pretty sus. But nevertheless, volunteering to spend some time with us from Team Ragnarok, we've got Anonymous. How's it going, Anonymous? Hey, how's it going? You're up for an interview, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, we're in there playing Among Us, so I'm
Now, I was just commenting on that.
That's what all the Among Us memes are. They're literally playing
they're literally playing Among Us while waiting in halftime. They were literally playing Among Us.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
I have that big crew brain. I won. So.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. But as we head into Goats Row, that susness, that big brain, not really gonna help out the Indigo side this time around, because it's all about synergy. Do you think that Indigo has what it takes to synergize going back to the row?
I think they have more than enough. They were, ever since we started up this game, they've had such high energy, and they've been talking with each other, like, I think more than Ragnarok has ever talked to each other, so I think they'll do great.
I was about ready to say, Thor and OC are on your team, right? Are you sure that they don't talk? Oh, hold on, because I've talked to them before.
Yeah, I'm just getting their goats. They talk a lot, a little bit too much for some of them, I will say.
Oh, wink, nudge, nudge.
Unfortunately, Anonymous has been dropped. That's all. It's unfortunate.
Anonymous retired. I don't know what happened. All right.
External pressures. I don't know. It was really weird. Something All-Stars stream. But yeah, I mean, but looking at these two teams, this is peak Goats. You know, this is the Goats composition that was played for the longest time. Yeah. So I want to know something. Are you someone who's glad they're not playing Goats, or would you have wanted to play the Goats?
Me, I just do not. I hate goats. I've always hated
Oh, we
goats.
found one! We found one.
I'm a Widowmaker main. I was that guy in your comp game who would play Widowmaker on console as during like on what's that map called? Horizon Lunar Colony. Yeah, they just run goats right up on the right hand side. I'd be playing Widow and you'd throw your game.
Guys, I'm doing
Oh, my
damage. I'm
goodness.
building sites, guys. Guys. What do you mean
Building
all of that
sites.
on point?
Come on,
I'm stuck
come on,
in that.
guys. All right, well, it's kind of interesting to see who is playing what, right? Because we thought Marcel playing the main tank for the last couple maps, actually on the brig this time
Same thing.
around.
It's
Lazuli
mini
taking up
Reinhardt.
the main tank. Yeah, true, but still, like you'd think with that aggression, you'd want to see that. Well, I guess Lazuli might be a little bit more tempered, allow Marcel to just kind of go at it as we see. What is this rotation coming out from the Aurum side, just looking to rotate around and getting chased down by Indigo? Interesting. OC does find Marcel though, as they go ahead and chase everybody except for Glitch and Dwang, who didn't get the memo to go back through the spawn doors. They're going to go ahead and get taken out and staggered out there. Drowsy going to find their way back in. But looking at the other side, you also have some interesting sites as well, right? Canlis is taking up the Zen. I guess that's not as surprising. Brian already up to a grab heading into this next fight. as
No,
the
he doesn't
Zarya.
have the graph. He doesn't have the graph.
Nami, you know what? Drowsy was didn't get a snack during the halftime. Was really needing something, and even finds the self-destruct on Thor, who wasn't able to find anything with that shatter. Unfortunately, that payload gonna keep moving its way forward. So, our Anonymous, it has been quite a season. It has been very interesting to see so many new teams, especially in the Discord tier, coming into play. Like, I think at the end of the day, I think only 5 teams returned from the previous season or were relatively Trank related before Season 6 started. So tell me, what was your experience like during Season 6?
It was really great, honestly. It was my first ever org with, like, I think Rag was my second team ever, and is honestly, like, you guys put on an amazing show, and you guys put on an amazing league, so it was honestly probably one of the best experiences I had Overwatch-wise.
Oh, well, we greatly appreciate that. But as we always say, we couldn't do it without all of y'all. I mean, Ragnarok just literally laying waste to just about everybody in their path. And I gotta ask, are y'all a little miffed that you didn't get to see... yeah, I know, I'm a boomer, all right? Stop
I
reminding
said
me.
miffed earlier in the broadcast, so
Oh.
if you're a boomer, I'm a boomer.
Well, you know what? You might be. You might just be. It's
Might
kinda
just
like
be the
you're a
youngest
redneck,
boomer.
but you're just like really old. So, as I was saying, Anonymous, are you a little miffed at the fact that y'all didn't get to meet Joey in the grand finals?
I was honestly a little bit more miffed that we didn't get to fight Nya. I think
Didn't
they
get to go
were
for the
honestly...
3-peat?
Yeah, that's what we
Yeah.
wanted. That's really what we wanted. If we were to lose to anyone, we really wanted to
You
lose
would
to
have
Nya.
beaten Ya. You would have beaten Ya.
Are you
Aw.
sure?
You would have
Thanks.
beaten Ya. I'm
but-
sure. I believe.
The
but
question
yeah.
is, do you have it planned anyway? Because I know that teams, you know, because obviously we don't get everybody at the...
No
All right, Brian. Sorry, we got to interrupt your regularly scheduled interview for a very cheeky grab that pulled everyone off the off the low ground into the rafters. Very interesting. Lazuli Overwatch though. Gonna go ahead and clean that up. A grab not nearly as cheeky, just really clean. So. As we were saying, not every team gets to face every team during the season. So, do you all have plans to like play against like Joey and others that you didn't get to face during the season, but maybe really wanted to?
We actually scrimmed Joey a little bit. I think we were their we actually had a scrim partnership with them, so we have
Oh.
scrimmed them in the past, going into this, and
Who's got
as-
the Scrim Bucks? Are we
honest-
allowed to know?
yeah, I'll keep that. That's classified.
Oh,
classified.
classified.
Classified information, huh?
Classified Scrim Bucks. Got it.
Mostly
So-
because I have no idea.
Oh. Oh goodness. All right. So Nevertheless,
Call it a draw.
that is good to hear, at very least, that's happening, and we encourage all teams to do that. I know that is probably the biggest complaint that we have in the tournament is the fact that not everybody gets to face everybody. And first off, we try.
Tried scheduling like
really
16
try.
teams, man. Like,
Well,
it's not easy.
now 24 teams.
Well, now 24 is like,
here.
you tried scheduling those, like, it's not easy. And I don't do it. That's why I don't do it.
And that's the thing, that at the end of the day, sometimes it's just out of our control, because it's based on how well you play, right? So,
Just play better.
We try to, exactly, well, or play worse. I guess it really depends on who you want to face. Whoa! Look at that shatter!
Look at the bright
coming out
lights.
from Thor, but the self-destruct from Drowsy goes high. Doesn't seem to get the value that it's looking for. Lazuli does find Thor amidst the chaos. We'll go ahead and start cleaning things up as Drowsy gets the remake onto Seraph. That's going to be another point cleanup as they start making their way in, but the feed may be coming in from spawn soon enough.
It just reminds me of the amount of seizures goats could have caused. I'm just saying, like, that could have been, like, people like to, like, say things about this game, but I don't know. I think this game might be actually dangerous for some people's health. I don't know. This is a lot of bright flashing lights.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, but Anonymous, I mean, so far, obviously Indigo up 2-0, trying to go 3-0 here. And so we're gonna go back to a little bit more of that kind of what is kind of the thinking here in Indigo? Like, what are we thinking? What are we feeling after those first two maps? Like, what are we thinking going into these more crazy matches?
So, since we've gotten in, I think we've all not verbally said it, but I think we're all sharing the singular brain cell we came with. That is, make them feel pain. We run the Bastions. We run the we run the deathmatch comp, which is the hog ball torture, if you may call it, and just make them feel as much pain as they possibly feel like in their comp games.
Yeah, I mean that truly seems to be the case. Unfortunately, we did see right there Thor paying it back a little bit with that Sky Shatter that I absolutely love doing as Ryan when I get to be a little bit cheeky off the top ropes. Ended up cleaning up that objective. Only 20 seconds to go for Indigo. They were able to pull it in overtime on Rialto. I'm really interested to see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see. Once again, Brian not having the greatest luck with his grabs.
Yeah.
Another big eat from Drowsy. And a nice shatter to follow it up. And a nice bomb. Ooh, Drowsy's styling. Drowsy is styling right now.
Calm down, Drowsy. Goodness gracious. Whoa. And Marcel with the boop trying to send back Canlises before they could get out of spawn with that Transcendence. They do end up contesting. It's still got over 5 meters to go. Nyx, not really happy about how that ended. I think ended up getting booped off the map, unfortunately. But still, Laz showing to be the MTD right now against Thor. I think maybe that's what Laz was hinting to earlier. Going to be shifting some roles going into the next season. Just having too much fun playing the tank. Seraph does get the boop onto Glitch, though. As we go ahead and see Brian building up to another Graviton Surge, I do not think that the D.Va is nearby, and there it is. Santa Slay is full of presents for the Indigo side, but they are just not going down. And Drowsy didn't even grab, but does get the remake kill onto Brian. All they're feeling is pain right now as OC comes in.
Didn't say that was the plan.
With a remake of their own right there. Shatter's online once again, waiting to see if somebody's going to get close enough to touch. They're actually baiting them with this Shatter, getting them close enough that they can actually do some damage, and the cleanup is fast and fierce. Overtime is going to go ahead and tick away, but I'm pretty sure if Indigo doesn't get this, I'm going to be really, really surprised.
Yeah, and I think as we wrap this one up, wrap it up here. Okay, yeah, we wrapped it up. As we're wrapping this up, a good question for Anonymous. You did mention the one brain cell. I'm gonna say, did you guys use that one brain cell to have any amount of foresight? Was there any speech about what we're gonna do in the no limits and the all one roll kind of points or maps?
The speech would probably has been very much everyone talking back and forth, either saying Big Tracer or
Among Us.
Among
sus.
Us. Among
I
Us.
saw Saucy. I
Among
saw
Us?
Saucy Baka get dropped in there, which
A little bit of
visibly made me
Sussy
cringe.
Baka. Yeah, that's where our one brain cell is today. So that's
I'm excited to see what the fruits of this neural activity provide.
I mean, are you seeing the neural activity going on right now? They can't even speak in words. It's just all
There's boxes. Now there's boxes.
Punctuation.
Actual
It's
boxes.
brackets, periods, exclamations, question marks, commas. You know, just trying to. I feel like we're gonna see ones and zeros here real quickly, if not just.
Windings might come
There
out.
we go.
There it is.
Wow, I didn't even have to ask for it. It just immediately comes
What is the
out.
delay on stream, huh? Not
It
very
is
high, I
7
assume.
seconds, but nevertheless, that was just
That's a
And
quick one.
tries,
That was
like,
actually
no
really quick.
thought.
That was actually really
no
quick.
bots now. What is this? Actual robots on the Indigo side. So now I am forced to ask our Anonymous, are you a robot?
You know, my aim do be kind of sus, like my Among Us games. So
All right,
yeah.
all right. We'll put that in as a maybe. Might need to be putting in a CAPTCHA admins for some of our players for next season. Just saying, might be a little bit useful. But first pick's already coming in for either side. They both take down each other's Rhines, which is a great way to start things off. So now they're going to have to wait to get back in, but Thorcraft able to get back in quickly. Shatter gets bubbled, though. Not going to get a lot of love from that, as Dwayne says, come at me, bro, with the Transcendence, just like not a care in the world. And Lazuli just comes out of nowhere saying, hey, I'm back. Why are y'all having the fun without me? Just charges right into the middle of the Aurum team and cleans up the objective. How about that?
Yeah, and so there's a question. There's something that Asdo said, where he said he was going to play Bastion the entire time. Then I brought up that map 5 is all one role, so he's going to have to play tank and support at some point. And we were discussing what is the closest tank to a Bastion. So the question then becomes, what is the closest character to what you normally play, which is Widow? Like, what's the character, like, what's the support or tank to play to, like, match what a Widow would do, you know?
So I'm just saying the Arnie horse hits different.
Okay, so we're gonna have an issue here.
We'll be bringing the horse out. At
Okay,
least in one of them.
so there's the issue.
Yeah,
Asdo was supposed to lock the horse because
well,
that's
right.
the closest to
Yeah.
Bastion.
Gonna be a battle for the horse later. Good to know. Good to know.
I do have those Widow reaction times though, so he's gonna have to fight me for it.
Oh,
Okay,
true.
well,
Who has the better
hey,
SSD time? Let's
Exactly.
go.
Whoever clicks that horse first is gonna be the one that takes it away. So we'll see how that one works
Internal
out.
strife might lead them to lose a map? Question mark.
Oh yeah,
We found it?
Asdo did say they weren't gonna lose the map tonight, so I guess they'll have to see whether the love of the horse or the love of victory is going to square off for them. But right now, we see Aurum kind of holding everything together right now. Laz charges in once again, seems to be completely unpunished until Canlises finds him with the beam. It looks like we will see Aurum finally take this objective as they go ahead and start moving the payload through those streets.
Yeah. And as we move through these streets, I think it's a nice time to ask who's doing with a nice snipe there. But I think it's a nice thing. We asked earlier about who was the most fun teammate to play with, but after reading the chat and what has occurred in the halftime, I think a more appropriate question would be, who's the most sussy Baka teammate for you today, for you to play with?
You know what? That's a tough question, but I definitely will have to say it has to be Dwayne. I was not expecting the Reddit Lucio that was coming from Dwayne, and he actually was a sussy Baka in the end and in our Among Us game, so...
So you have it here first, folks. If you ever on a team with Dwayne, he is the sussy Baka of the group, so watch him with care.
Hey, still, you don't talk about my D-Wang like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we understand biased casts, biased
Yeah,
admins,
It's the way that it is, you know.
Yeah, did Yeti pick out the interviewees?
I don't know. Possibly.
Is
I mean, we
he
will get to
indigo
see D-Wang
biased?
later, so SEAL Team Spuds represent, obviously. All right. Oh! Blocked by Lazuli. Not going to let Thor get away with it twice as the self-destruct from Drowsy goes deep. Gets nothing but shield and a beat as Laz tries to get in there and do some damage, but Canlis is just too high charged for that nonsense. Gonna go ahead and melt him down like some good old refinery. Graviton from Canlis says they don't even have to get the picks. They just push in the cart because nobody can touch it. And now they'll go ahead and clean up the picks. Laz calling out the C9, insulting their own team right there. Unfortunate. So we've asked this question a couple times there, our Anonymous. What would you say is your favorite moment about the season? What was it that you really enjoyed about season 6 from the eyes of Ragnarok or our Anonymous?
I honestly would have to say the best thing would be is just spending all the time to trying to figure out the other teams and stuff like that, and we put a lot of work into trying our best to win. So like just sitting down, watching the streams, hearing the casts, and picking apart other people's streams and stuff like that definitely was one of my favorite things to do. Just to build like friendship with the guys and just be like. Just be a big team. That was really the best part of the season in my eyes.
Ooh, Canlis says obviously not playing the same as Brian. Not gonna get those. Not gonna get those eaten. Big grab, and the follow-up is pretty big as well, but Laz does find Brian. Brian continues to be punished no matter what role Brian's on. Still gonna find Brian and Mr.
Brian
Chaos.
cannot escape.
Yeah, Sons of Blade doesn't do much of anything, and so they figured, we'll just keep Brian from doing nothing at all. And it'll just be easy day from that point on. But cart's moving in right now. It's a little fuzzy on my end, so I can't see the clear time bank. It seems like there's a little less than 2 minutes available. A 1:53. Thank you, producer, on the clock. Oh, and the cleanup is fast and fierce. I think Aurum might be mad about how this match has been going on thus far, and are looking to lock down this objective. They will get a chance to actually take away Goat's Row. But as Lazuli just said, it is drawable. Could we see? This might be a question. So, if they draw, right, on King's Row, and then Aurum wins the next 2 maps, does that mean we get to play our first map 6 in the All-Stars?
We don't even have a setup for the map 6. What would map 6 be?
Do I get a say in that? Like, do I get to choose what the
barn burner to end the season?
I'd get a barn burner to end the season?
I'd be down. If you don't draw this now, I'm blaming you, Anonymous.
I came from a team who literally for the life of them could not win a 2 CP map for their life, and we were just take every draw. So knowing Rag, they'll probably take the draw.
Oh goodness.
They'll take a
It's
draw.
Time. It's time, folks. Give them your energy. We want a barn burner to end the season. Unfortunately, we don't have Gizmo here to suffer with us. Well, he would be the one suffering. We're the ones prospering here. But we do have Captain Jack and me, so plenty.
I didn't get my promised barn burner this season.
No, Jack needs one to make up for the lack of arson that occurred in his neighborhood.
Exactly.
We'll see if they can manage it. There's only a tick though, and a minute 30 on the clock for them to get it. And already a lot of damage. Just Thorcraft is going to be swinging like crazy. Why is the bring in the front line as they do end up going down? And Thorcraft finds 2. He's on a rampage. I don't think we're going to get you.
I don't think this is going to be a draw here, folks.
But we have Eichenwald. We
do have Eichenwald later on, so it's still a possibility. Just kind of being a kind of things to come kind of.
Yeah.
Kind
the script is still in progress. We just got the map wrong, you know. Takes a
Yeah.
while. The fax machine was being slow, so we didn't get the script in time. I'm sorry.
Well,
We'll get it going. We even have the
now
baby
you've
memes in chat. This is just really degenerate at this point.
now you've introduced something new, right? Okay, so for you Zoomers out there, a fax machine.
Okay.
Before
Here's
email,
the boomer.
before
the boomer
email, and where you could get your mail pretty much instantly, you had a fax machine. It wasn't as bad as the snail mail. And for those of you that don't know what snail mail is, it's like where your Amazon packages come from. They used to send actual letters through the mail to people. I know it's really weird, right? Now all you get are credit cards.
I started the boomer rant. I started the boomer rant. This is all my bad. My bad.
We'll continue that later on. But our Anonymous, that's the end of King's Row and the end of your time with us. So
well, thank you for saving me. Thank you for saving me from playing that.
Want to go ahead and allow you the space to share anything that we didn't get to talk about, give a couple of shout outs, whatever it is you want to do before we send you on back.
If I have to shout out anyone, it would have to be Thor, honestly. He's such a good guy, and he's been helping out you guys out so much, and he helped me out so much to get to Masters finally, and I have to call him out. He's just been such a big help to me during the season, and I can't give enough props to him. Besides that, I think you guys hit pretty much everything I wanted to talk about, because that round was just chaos for the most part.
Yeah, that is uncoordinated goats for you. Chaos.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you have experienced teams or if you have just a bunch of memers in there, folks. It's always that way on GOAT. Just always seems to be that way. Well, our Anonymous, thank you so much. We're going to send you back to Indigo. Bye! All right.
Released him from his cage.
We released him from our trap, and we have another one getting ready to be lined up. So, how are you feeling about tonight? I mean, we've had a little bit of good action tonight. Needless to say, I'm still not seeing a lot of teabagging going on, and that's making me
hyped
sad.
for one thing and one thing alone.
Sad.
I am hyped for for Lijiang Tower Control Center, where both teams have to play tanks, and Anonymous and Asdor are on the same team. I want to see whose SSD is faster. I want to see who paid more money to get the horse, okay? And if they have the same SSD, I want to see who has the memorization of where Orisa is on the Hero Select screen, because I don't.
True.
I haven't played her in so long. I don't.
Yeah,
I have Monkey right now on the. I have Monkey memorized, but
isn't Monkey just like the first one in that row? If I remember,
it's the last one in that row. Because,
okay, very well.
Because of W. Wait, unless it's W.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have all the heroes in line, so it's possible that they could accidentally pick one that they're not supposed to. So this is kind of like the honor system for this for this matchup.
Wait, they have all things unlocked.
Because they have to switch between maps to do.
The
heroes.
power! They have the power to cheat. But will they?
Yeah, they won't. They will not. We will not allow
Season 7, anyone who cheats, they're banned.
Shenanigans, yes, but those type of shenanigans, no. We do not allow that. So, nevertheless, we are going to Eichenwald for our next map, which means that we're going to be seeing no limits. That means we can literally see any hero and any amount of hero from 0 to 6, I guess we should say, because they could just not play a hero, I suppose. But
an activity, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I meant just not play a certain hero. But nevertheless, it's going to be interesting to see what these teams come out with. We see different compositions all the time. Some go with the meta because they want the dub, and some go with 6 Torbjorns. So I mean, it's really kind of up to your team as to what you want to run. And as I'm going ahead and locking in, I'm setting my sights on the next next interviewee to join us here in the chat. What do you think we're going to expect from the Aurum and Indigo side, Worst?
Well, I expect Bastion from Asdo. He did say we're going to play Bastion.
Seems pretty straightforward.
Some Bastion. That's what I want to see. Now, the rest of it, I don't know. What can you do around a Bastion? Well, you can go double Orisa, okay? Or double Reinhardt. put both shields in front of him. Then go a Mercy, then go an Ana, then go a Baptiste. Okay? And this is what you got. You got an ultra pocketed Bastion and the two biggest health shields in the game. This is what you do. You put them on the high ground behind the point, and you just don't move.
Yep.
You just don't move. That's about it.
See, I feel like to be just a little bit more scary, you get 2 Bastions and 2 Orissas and 2 Baps, because I mean Bastion already pumps out a heck of a ton of damage, so just have 2. Why you need the?
What if you
Mercy
pull
Pocket?
someone
Just
into
have
a
2
pull?
Bastions.
What if you pull someone into a pull, so you double the distance of the pull?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Talk about some freaking coordination, right? That
pull
would
the
be
first one
that would
into
be
the pull.
insane. And then the second Orisa pulls
Yeah.
them even further.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
goodness.
get
that would
yoinked
be
from literally point
incredible.
to point. You get yoinked from spawn. Get yoinked from spawn.
Yoink and yoink and yoink and yoink and yoink.
Yep.
And speaking of yoinks, we're gonna go ahead and yoink our next interviewee.
Oh, that
Coming
was
all
clean.
the way from the Aurum side, your Discord tier MVP. It is Canlis's. Hey, how's it going?
Yo, it's going pretty good.
All right, so it looks like we are ready and raring to go here on Eichenwald, and we're getting ready to see it come up. But you tell us, Canlis, do you have any cheeky strats planned for the Aurum side for this No Limits map?
So I wasn't really involved in the planning, but I know Seraph was talking about wanting to go 6 ball here.
Ooh.
Oh, that is. Yep.
That's what we're saying.
Oh, 6 ball versus 6 monkey? Evolution at its finest?
Wow.
Monkey evolves into Hammond, who's just better, who was
v
on
Ball.
release better monkey.
Ooh, that is true. It will be interesting to see which of the space heroes will lock out for this. So it looks like
Why aren't we on Horizon
Yeah,
Lunar? This would have been
yeah,
perfect.
25 seconds because nobody likes 2CP. We've talked about this already.
We did talk about this. We did talk about this.
Nobody likes Assault. That's why they're taking it out of the game, along with 1 tank. But we won't talk about that. So,
I thought we wouldn't want to talk about that. I was gonna make so many jokes about
we're not gonna
5v5,
talk
but
about
we
that.
couldn't.
We'll let you all talk about that. But nevertheless, it's oh yeah, they're doing that strat. All right. I don't know why.
They're on point now,
I
and
don't
then
think
they
realized.
swapped the 2 monkeys,
Yeah,
and
I
now
don't
it's a
think-
6v4.
Yeah, well, I don't think they realized that they were coming up against 6 balls, so they were just trying to get to the point. But really, they just could have gone through the joke.
The ball wins this. They have more HP.
They have more HP. They
Wait, now
have
they
shield
spin.
adaptation. But Monkey go hard because Marcel does find Brian amidst the chaos. Crying OC, though, not as nice about allowing these monkeys to live.
There you go, 6 Somber.
Might need a little bit of healing going into this next one, and we might definitely see some rotations here, right? Usually that's how it goes. Is that we just see are we getting? Nope, we're getting a flock squad coming out here. It looks like they have decided to keep 1 monkey since Nyx, the
Staggered.
superior monkey, able to hold on to the point the longest. I don't know if they're going to end up giving up that ult charge right there like the rest of the team. Then they are. So not going the full Valk squad. They're going.
What is going on right now?
Why is Nyx going Lucio? That's the biggest.
Heal the
question here.
Pharahs, man. So
Oh,
Camus,
totally.
what is your do you think this is the swap? Do you think this is the swap if you are
I mean,
Indigo?
Nyx is already on point, so yeah, that's the swap. Like,
I don't
and
know,
it looks
I
like
think
they
like-
will. Clear
Is the hog the
objective.
answer to Pharah? I don't.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, someone's got to be pushing cart, right? So I guess you probably should have.
Are we gonna see
somebody
a single alt this game? Is also a good question.
Ooh.
Just swapping every time.
Ooh, we're going emo squad now with 6 Reapers. They're just gonna shred through these balls going into this next fight. But guess what? Reaper's not ready for all that hoggy power. Brian does find Chef amidst the dozen Reapers. Oh my goodness. I feel like I am watching frickin' Junkenstein's Revenge. Endless with all the Reapers just spawning at once.
Yeah, where's the cosplay, guys? Where's the cosplay?
All right. So while they're going ahead and cleaning up this objective, because I hate to say it, or maybe I don't, those Reapers are totally going to make these balls and hogs mincemeat right now. We have to start talking Canlis. First off, Discord tier MVP. How's that feel?
Feels pretty good, I won't lie.
Humble as always.
Hey, you don't have to be humble when you're labeled MVP, all right?
No, you don't. No. Literally, just crap talk the entire league. Why?
Hey, we don't use that L word around here. You should
Sorry.
They don't know, but you
I'm
should
new.
know
I'm new.
better.
I swear it's not my fault. Blizzard,
gosh,
please.
we're
Blizzard, the
out.
lawsuits don't need to happen. I swear I have no money.
Right
I
now.
swear I have no money.
So
You don't want it. If you don't understand that, don't
Oh
worry. It's a
my
production
goodness.
issue. We have to live in constant fear for
Oh my
paychecks
goodness.
in our lives.
Nevertheless, Canlis is, our extremely large paychecks of big goose eggs that we get from doing this. Nevertheless, Canlis is, obviously it seems that you've had a pretty incredible season, and we just kind of want to get a little bit of insight. What were some challenges that your team had to overcome? I believe this is your first season in Tranquility, if I'm correct. So, kind of, what was that like coming into this new arena, and how your experience went?
So it's probably the best tournament that we've entered so far, since a lot of the ones that I was in previously were all like, I'm not gonna like name any specific ones or what was wrong with them, but most of them were kind of scuffed in one way or another. As a team, I think the hardest part for us was not even really like fixing like teamwork things, but more so just all getting stronger mentals in the game and stuff like that.
All right. Well, needless to say, it doesn't seem, Canlis, that you watch any of our productions, because we're scuffed as hell just about every single day of the week. Nevertheless, we live by the NA production label. Just saying, folks. Still, thank you for partner regardless. And it looks like our first round is over with 3 minutes, 21 seconds on the clock. Indigo looking to speed run this map right now, because it just seems that that Orm's not coming out with any counters right now, and I don't know how to feel that. They literally put the pork on the table and said, "Reaper, eat this, please." Like, like in the cartoons, they hold up the sign like, "Please feed me."
Phrasing, but yeah. A lot of phrasing there. A lot of
Hey, you know what? This is a PG show. Whatever y'all and your dirty adult minds think of, not my problem. All right, I don't have anything on that. Nothing. Nevertheless, what?
We have
What
some
is this?
Symmetras. As I did say, it was
We have
a Bastion.
some Symmetras in a Bastion.
Oh no, the car
Oh,
wash.
My gosh, I'm Canlis, I'm scared for Orm right now. How do you feel?
Yeah, they gotta go 6 far, I think. Once
I think
see
they
this.
can make it.
Oh,
I think they can make it through that. Also, the venting. Okay. So, can you explain to us, Canlis, how the brain rot that is this Among Us meme nonsense has like spread throughout this voice chat in this game and this lobby as a whole?
Watch this.
I don't know. I don't think it's
Melted.
I think it's good.
Melted.
You think
Did
it's
you
good?
See
I
how
love
quick
Among
that
Us.
shield went down?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
I love hit indie game Among Us as much as the next person, right? But I also think there comes a point when saying "Sussy Baka" multiple times in all chat is a punishable offense.
Probably, but that's not
That's a capital offense.
All right, so I think that they figured out there was a car wash set up, because now they got Monkey. A Monkey is superior to Beam. So, nevertheless, they still have 5 Symmetras on point, and those bubbles and those big old monkeys are still going to get melted down. They don't need the turrets to do their job. They can just melt them down just fine. So, I think they're going to have to... What? Okay. Wait. What?
It's not 6 of the same character.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, do you think Ball is the answer here? How is Ball the... Okay,
Oh
is Ball
my
the
goodness.
answer? Canlis, is Ball the answer?
Dwayne is
I
like,
need
I did not approve
professional
of this.
opinion.
They can. I'm just saying they could maybe go for a crazy rollout and get a 6-man slam.
That's true.
He found the turret.
Maybe.
Good job, Thor. You found the one turret all the way in the back line that was totally gonna beam down the team. Totally gonna get you all there. But it looks like they have brought Seraph out on
Now I have
that
Faz.
Sombra.
Wait,
which is
we're gonna
def-
have like 5 Symmetrals. How do you shoot through that?
That's a great question. Honestly, I just want to see them like plan
one,
out. Well, never
two.
mind. Oh, wait. I feel that my wife would really like this if they just created like a pentagram of walls, because we all know how absolutely devilish Symmetra is. Doesn't look like they're gonna do that. Very unfortunate. Wasted potential of those walls, folks. Wasted potential. Honestly, I'm actually really surprised that they're not using all the teleporters to put Asdo in just so many different crazy positions. Because honestly, I don't know how the overlap works, right? Like, if you put 2 teleporters on top of each other, how do you even know which teleporter you're actually going to be taking?
You don't, unfortunately. Yeah, you don't.
That's
but
the
also,
fun in it, right? That's the fun of the game.
I think as we watch this microwave simulator,
Oh,
happen in
goodness.
live, Canless, from the games so far that you've played, who has been the most fun person to play with?
With or against?
With or against, doesn't matter.
Probably Drowsy,
Mm.
because he was my teammate, and I made it really clear to him that I was gonna teabag him any chance I got, and he kind of got me back a little bit when he just ran up with a Mercy Pocket and solo shattered me on
Mm.
Yeah, unfortunately, haven't been seeing a whole lot of those tea bags, so really need to pass the message on that we need to see some more of those. That the true winner is who gets the most tea bags. We don't care who actually wins the game, because that's what this is all about in the end. Is all the BM that you've built up all over the season. This is your chance. This is your chance to just let it all out right now. As we see the move over to, once again, a very interesting comp from Aurum, but it seems to have worked out as Asdo goes to the high ground and says, no, you, and just melts just about everybody on the objective, except for Seraph, who Chef will get in the end. It looks like this cleanup is going to continue to come in, but overtime's ticking away, and I don't think... Oh,
No, he's on.
Thor.
Okay, so as this
Sure.
map ends,
Ah!
as we move on to the next one, a little bit of some push-ups here. Candace, what should we expect from the next map? You don't have to give away strats, you don't have to leak anything, but what should we expect? What are some little inclinations of what's to come?
So I would say to expect a little trolling, but I think you're gonna want to expect a lot of trolling.
A lot of trolling, We heard a little bit of trolling earlier. Now we hear a lot of trolling. So I do like to see that. I like to hear that as well. As
I'm really good at trolling.
Yeah, I mean, OM has proven that so far.
Yeah.
Goats.
I mean, Indigo has also shown they control and win, though. So, I mean...
But then you're not trolling.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is
I
the
feel
team
like-
that wins
I
here
feel like
actually
they
the
can do
loser for not
both.
trolling hard enough?
Maybe. I don't know. We might have to rewrite the rules
If you're winning, then you're not trolling
on
hard
the
enough.
fly. I mean, I don't know. They're memeing a lot in the chat. It's going to be hard. We're going to have to tally up all of the meme points afterwards. But right now, we only got the match to go off
Keeping
of,
track of that?
so, yeah. we got to go back. We got to watch the VOD and go
Oh,
back and
yeah.
count it all up.
I'm gonna
So,
love doing
I-
that.
Yeah, I don't. Someone should have told you worse. We're going to be doing that afterwards. I hope you've got some. That's why I'm drinking the Monster. We got to get ready for that. Nevertheless, thank you so much, Canlesses, for joining us for such a rousing match of Microwave Simulator. Is there anything else that you'd like to shout out? Anybody else that you'd love to give props to, or just kind of any experiences that we didn't cover that you'd like to talk about real quick before we send you back?
Yeah, just one thing. Tetra from NYA is the real MVP in Discord tier.
All right.
You heard it here first. From
You
the
heard it
MVP
here.
himself.
The MVP willingly giving up their title to Tetra right there, giving back some love. So, Canlesses, thank you so much for joining us, and
Thanks for having me.
we'll see you on the next map.
All right.
All right, another one down. And although Indigo walks away with the series and walks away as the All-Star champs, good job, Indigo. I think that Orem has won, I think, every season for the last couple seasons. Just saying.
Hey,
So
we
seeing
flipped the
them turn that
script.
around, flipping the script a little bit right there. Gotta love it. I'm not
We did it,
100% for certain on that because I didn't check ahead of time, but I think that's the case. I think.
Who needs
So we
caster
will-
prep for All-Stars?
I also just love purple, so yeah, that's.
I mean, the better team,
that's really
obviously.
all I care about at the end of the day. Yellow or purple? I like purple. I want them to win. All right. So we're on our last map, Lijiang Tower, and as we talked about before, this is going to be a map of 3 different comps. So let me go ahead and look at my list to be exactly sure that we don't scuff it up tonight. On the Lijiang Gardens, we're going to be seeing all DPS. On the Lijiang Control Center, we'll be seeing all tanks. And on the Lijiang Market, we'll be seeing the Spanish Inquisition, aka all support.
6 Mercies.
Yeah, well, no, it's not no limits. Like, they still have to play.
Oh, that's
They still have to-
right.
They're limited to
Ah.
one hero, but they have to play within that group of heroes. So
We add Symmetra back to the support pool first.
yeah, I mean, you got to do something, right? Like, I'm not for certain what's going to be happening there. Spanish Inquisition versus Spanish Inquisition. But nevertheless, it still ends eventually. You know, it is control, so somebody does take the point at the end of the day. But nevertheless, we have one more person to drag on in here. But why don't you go ahead and give me your thoughts about how this season went? I know that this is your first season here in Tranquility, so give me a little bit of perspective from someone who was on a team and also was working behind the scenes with casting and whatnot. What was your take of this season?
So I joined as a player, right? Didn't even think about casting. Joined because Beak, who actually was casting here first, has also had a lot of you obviously you casted with him in trials, I believe. Yeah, you casted with him in trials, so you know Beak well. He was we were friends, and he was like, hey, do you want to play on this team? It's gonna be super casual. We're gonna try and just compete and play and have some fun. Yeah, I had fun for the most part with the playing. I think it was really fun until our team imploded because all of our DPS players went to Valorant. Literally, all of them went to Valorant. We would show up. Actually, the team meeting where we were deciding to pull ourselves from the tournament. Funnily enough, everyone showed up except for the DPS players. All 5 of them. all of them were busy playing other things. No shade to them. No shade to them. Other things, IRL things, also happened in other people's lives. It happens. We wouldn't try to take it super serious. It was unfortunate, but it happens. And I actually got a cool gig out of it. And I actually love working here. I love doing here. Of all the things I've casted, definitely the least scuffed. I know you like to make fun of NA production and all that kind of stuff, but like when I first started casting here and I was looking at all the setup stuff we had, the podcast, the fact that we're streaming 3 nights a week, the fact that we have all this cool community stuff, I was like, man, this place is like next level for a community tournament. The fact that it's all volunteer for the production side, the fact that these teams are playing and competing and having fun for like these seasons and seasons on end, I think it's just incredible that we've accomplished here. And then the season I joined, and then I don't attribute this to myself. I think I'm a piece of a larger puzzle, a cog in the machine, if you will, the well-oiled, well-functioning machine that got partner this season. I think that was incredible. Event week was absolutely amazing.
Oof.
Again, I don't think there's enough that can be said about event week in my mind.
Yeah.
That is a highlight of the fact that we raised so much money for a charity, and I think that's just unprecedented for like such a community tournament of like this level, and the fact that it's so big and and from what I've heard, expanded so much, and like I think we can continue expanding, and I think it's gonna be massive. And I just want to I'm happy I can be a part of it, that I can help cast, that I can help make it fun for people.
Yeah, I'd say that that's definitely one of the things that probably the admins are afraid about right now is the fact of getting bigger, because there's only like we all have real lives outside of this, so there's only so many hours that can be spent in the day. But you know, the only reason that they're able and we're able as the production team to do what we do is because of all y'all. So thank you for being a part of what makes this community so great. So now, without further ado, as if the teams are ready to go into Lijiang Tower, we'll go ahead and bring in our last member of these all-stars for their interview. You know him, you love him, the sheriff. It is Seraph. Hey, how's it going, Seraph?
It's going good.
All right, so we've got some quick interview questions to go in with as we head into Lijiang Night Market. So we're going to be starting off with the all supports round, the Spanish Inquisition, as they go ahead and make their way into this objective here shortly. So, Seraph, I gotta ask,
Well,
do you believe that the meme game was stronger on your team, and that's why Orem wasn't able to walk away with the dub tonight?
I believe that six balls was a very solid strategy. Going into the defense of Eichenwald, you get a very tactical, very tactical blender situated on the tower in the middle.
Yeah,
And easy dubs as seen in a game.
yeah.
That very easy W acquired.
Yeah, I mean, it was also great to see the 5 soldier strategy walking into the microwave. That was also perfect strategy right there for sure. But nevertheless, we're gonna be seeing your team in Indigo moving their way in here. I'm looking to see if there's any differences, but if I remember correctly, I think there's only 6 supports. So. Oh no, there are 7. No mercies. No mercies to be seen
A
here.
mercy exists.
No
Why?
blocking. What?
Oh no!
Nobody's bringing out the Glock. Oh man,
This is travesty.
That's just sacrilege right there if nobody's bringing out the Glock. But right now it looks like Indigo's gonna go ahead and take the objectives to start things off. And needless to say, Seraph, it has been a long, crazy season, and I know you've been with the community for a couple seasons now. So tell us, like, what was your take of this season? Like, you know, what did you really enjoy about what kind of got brought into season 6? Whether it was teams, changes, you know, just having good experiences overall, whatever.
Well, it's certainly nice to see Discord tier to be a lot more inclusive of like high plat and diamond levels, because there's lots of people who before were like on that like 2900 level that could play at like Discord level, but like they weren't able to because of the SR cap, and so reducing that was a pretty nice change to see in Discord overall, I think. And it led to like lots of teams, strong new teams coming out and performing well in the season, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to remind folks at home that may not know this, but you don't actually have to be at that lower cap in order to play. Oh, sorry. No, I understand what you're saying now.
Yeah, that's
I'm tired. At the end of the season, it was a long weekend, so just ignore me. But nevertheless, that is still amazingly great to hear because, it was just something that was like a quality of life kind of situation. You know, at the end of the day, the tournament is all based on growing, and there we go. Look at that teabag going on right there for Jeff. Oh, so good. You love to see it. We haven't seen nearly enough of those tonight in the Discord tier, which makes me a little bit sad, but
It's not having fun.
Nevertheless, though, OC gets the nano and is just on a tirade, just running on in, does get taken down by Asdo after the nano wears off. It's almost like the Roadrunner situation, running off the cliff high as a kite, but then realizing that the ground's gone beneath you. That was OC right there, walking into the objective. Nevertheless, it seems that we will see Orem retake control of the point, and they're still in the lead, or will now be back in the lead after that small upset.
Yeah, and I think something that needs to be asked, Sif, is How was tonight so far? Was it like from like the energy level in the team? Yeah, I mean, you know, you lose some maps, but it's all stars. We're having some fun. We're memeing around. All chat is popping. Among Us memes are plenty. We've commented on that enough. I think we can stop instantly. So what kind of was like the vibe tonight?
The sort of vibe was basically just have fun. It's all stars in the season, and you know, it's not. It's where we can just kind of unwind and not really worry about the composition or anything else. Yeah. Well, you know, there was L's, but overall, I think we had fun.
Yeah,
I
mean
that's what matters.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, that is truly what matters here. Like, the whole point of All Stars is just supposed to be to have a little bit of fun. So I'm glad to hear that that's what y'all have been doing tonight. And right now, it looks like Orem at least wants to walk out with some dignity right here. But no, Indigo's like, we're not. We got told earlier, I don't know if you caught it in the stream, but that their goal is to just deal out pain to the Orem side. So unfortunately, you all have been feeling it pretty bad tonight, but we'll see if you can dish it back out here in the near future.
The cow meme,
Orem
just
moves,
pain.
Yeah, without love, can't get enough, you know. And some say they like it rough because they
Some kind of
rather feel
reference you're
pain
making here?
than nothing at all. And I'm not singing it, so don't come at me, Twitch. All right. So.
Oh, you're gonna get our channel banned.
No, I didn't
see.
sing it. I didn't sing it. They can't get me on that.
Yeti, what are you doing?
I'm not even saying the redacted S word. Come on. All right, so Indigo will end up taking it 100-99. Unfortunate.
Last
but
stream,
still
pause.
map for Orem to turn this sucker around, so we will see if that is the case.
Is it tanks next?
We will see. Depends. Yes, we have control center, so all tank line. Ooh, Anonymous.
No!
Locked in the horse.
And Asno didn't even get Sigma.
As the faster SD. Well, Asno didn't even go for Sigma.
No, he didn't even go for Sigma.
Wow.
Anonymous' SSD is unrivaled, I guess.
Asno building us up and then shattering our dreams by picking the.
Whoever's first, if Anonymous is the first to die in this fight, he should swap out of respect.
Yeah, but I don't know what they're gonna. What is the only tank that we're missing here?
Like Ball?
Ball.
No, for their side they're missing Ball. Thor's on the ball though. Thor's been having a good time on that ball tonight. So
and he's second dead.
Brian finds his first elimination there onto Drowsy. OC with the follow-up soon after. The power of the horse just not with our Anonymous right now as the cleanup continues to come in. Thor just kind of swinging around like they're a disco ball, able to steal the mega health pack and allow their team to take the objective. But Indigo getting ready to move on in here now. Now, Seraph, it has been a long season full of some incredible opportunities and events, I'm sure. So tell us maybe your favorite thing that happened this season for you and your team.
For my team, I think our favorite moment was the rise of Duane Gang.
Heck yeah! Woo!
Dwayne Gang
number
for
one
life, brother.
Dwanger in
That's
this call right now. So
I'm actually sad. I thought we were gonna get to talk to the D-Wang tonight, but unfortunately, it just was not in the stars for us. It seems, and just as well, it seems that Thorcraft is sending folks to the stars, grabbing that double kill with the minefield. I mean, there's no healing on the point, so only so much you can do. Lazuli does tie it up, though, taking down OCS. Right. What are you doing? Brian's just like whipping around, just hoping that the shield catches everything coming in. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. The feed fest, though, that continues to come from spawn is going to be what keeps this point alive, though, as we see them pass the 69% mark. Orem. It was so close to nice. You couldn't give it up just like a second earlier. Come on. Come on. Of all nights for it not to be nice. Jeez.
yeah, and I think looking at this, and we kind of it kind of has it's dawned on me, but not in its fullest extent, that this is like the last like major like official-ish match of season 6. Yeah, this is the last one. And so, like, kind of like a season in review, you know? What would be a season in review for you this year? And, like, what looking forward from that?
Well, I suppose, you know, it's sort of a lot of, like, self-reflection, you know, seeing what, you know, you could have done. You could have done better, for the team and everything else, but overall, it's kind of just like, looking forward, keep looking to improve and grind. Like, come back next season and win it.
Any thoughts about whether or not you'll be sticking with the Taters or moving on to another team this season? I don't know if I've been hearing talk about a lot of people moving up to Masters, so we're gonna see you maybe on Decapitators next season.
Maybe. I'm certainly looking for a few teams, but I'm not sure if I'll get to that level.
All right. Well,
But,
you
I
know,
mean,
we always
Not leaking the
stand
juice,
there.
not leaking the contracts. We know it's exclusive stuff around
Yeah,
here.
we know you can't talk about it. It's all right.
We gotta
It's
keep
all
the
right.
leaks to a
Yeah,
minimum here.
I got something in the works that for Discord.
Announce the announcement.
Yeah.
Announce the announcement.
What, right now? Right now?
The announcement.
Right now?
Announce the
I
announcement.
mean, that's up to you. You're more than welcome to do so. This is your
It's a
interview, by
public
the way.
platform here. This is, you want a pedestal. This is whatever
Yeah,
you
I'm-
want it to be.
All right, I'm gonna pedestal Dwayne's new team.
Oh, that's
Oh.
right.
I'm on it. Yeah.
The Discord,
Oh.
the Discord revival that Dwayne had no idea
But
was
it's
actually
it's no
revival.
longer a revival. It is
It's
the
not
rise.
revival.
It is rise. Straight out
Rise?
of platinum.
Is it
Juice.
RYSE like the game, like the Greek
Yeah.
version, or is it just RISE like Rise Up kind of thing?
I think not really, but
All
it's
right.
straight out of platinum. That's the team name. Straight out of platinum.
Straight out of platinum. What an absolute! I'm just saying, every Discord team loses already. Best
I'm
name.
feeling it.
Best name, season 7 Discord tier. Best name. Just give up, folks. Like nothing can. And you know what? That's even topping the Quokka Queens. All right. I love that name. I love this name better. Like there's just nothing that can top it for me right now. Until maybe tomorrow when somebody announces a better one. But nevertheless, I'm gonna live with the straight out of platinum and cannot wait to see what that
Wait, Torbhammer 1v1 on point right now.
Oh,
wait, what?
oh.
Getting some
think-
Torbhammer going
maybe?
on? I mean, maybe. Let's
Maybe,
see,
but
there we
Cry is
go.
already taking damage, and he has to get a soldier over here to heal him.
Yeah.
But his soldier's dead.
Interesting.
Why is people shooting? The Torbhammer 1v1 was
Oh,
called.
looks like Cry's
Cry
gonna-
is on lower health.
Yeah, Cry's at a disadvantage coming
But
into
does it
the
matter?
fight.
Because Cry. Wait, was Cry the one that
Ooh.
won the Torbhammer thing?
I believe so. I believe she did.
she
take it
did. Yeah,
away,
I believe
so-
she did. I believe
and
she did.
walk away with that
And she
one.
won the 1v1 again.
Marcel just saying to Les, you just do, fam. You just do.
Yeah,
And,
so she
that
wins
will
once
allow-
again, cementing
Yep.
her spot.
Orem will go ahead and take control of the objective. It seems to be, but it
I don't
looks
know
like
what's
that-
happening. I'm gonna be
It looks
honest
like
with
there
you.
is no respect for the Indigo side. They're just looking to cause pain, as we said earlier. So they're just gonna keep poking at the objective for all that's worth. Orem does end up taking it in the end, but nevertheless, that is amazing. So we getting some content right there out of the gate for season 7. New platinum team getting ready to go, or getting new platinum team. Discord tier team straight out of platinum, gonna be coming straight into the Discord
Platinum team,
tier
straight
for
out of
next-
Discord. My favorite.
You
That
know
would be
what?
a great Transcendence tier
Yeah,
name.
just rename Captain Jack to Straight Out of His Mind. All right, that's pretty much what's going on this week. So, nevertheless, we do see Indigo retake control, going for the three-peat. If they can take this one with the DPS, and we got a lot of interesting sets coming here, and no support soldier for the side of Aurum. Canlis says, how do you feel about that?
Canlis. Who?
Canlis. Oh,
Canlis.
Sorry.
We brought him back.
Oh my
we kidnapped
God.
him mid-match. We kidnapped Canlis.
Yeah,
mid-match.
we're gonna kidnap
what
Canlis.
was the
Yeah.
question?
I'm gone. I tried to drink
The
some
fact that
Monster
there's going to
ahead
be an
of time.
off-season is hitting Jack so hard, he's just mentally losing it. He
Well,
can't
yeah,
take it. He wants to be back.
I can't. I just need to be back in here because it's just too much. It's just too much to handle. My emotions are just all over the place. But Seraph, how do you feel about them not running that support soldier in here?
You know, it can work if you just go and get the pick. But I mean, if someone wants to play the heal bots on soldier, that'd be pretty pog. Not gonna lie.
It'd be pretty fun.
Pretty pog indeed. So we're seeing Thor coming in on that May as do. But Laz coming in on that Widow, gonna start clicking heads. Dwayne obviously as the support main taking up that soldier and has an attack visor online. We will see if BAP is indeed better than soldier. I mean, BAP can't auto aim with their
Waiting for the cooldown.
Can they? No, they cannot.
He just went to attacked.
Oh,
It's hacked by them. Wait, no. Yeah, attacked by them. Okay, cool. I almost just freaked out for a second. But
oh, Cry indeed shedding some tears as Asdo takes them out there on the high ground. And it looks like Control might swap back over. No, it looks like it's going to stay with Indigo this time around as they go ahead and build up some additional ultimates to keep Aurum at bay. Oh my God, Seraph. I'm stuck on last match. It just went by too quickly. Seraph, tell us some stuff that you loved about this season. It was a long one. It was a lot of new teams, a lot of new opportunities. You know, what were some of the exciting parts about season 6 for you?
I'd say one of the exciting parts was, you know, just being able to play my first season Discord. It's interesting to be able to play at this next level and be more focused on meta and growing as a player, and being challenged by like heavy competition. It's boy.
Hi, Cry. not exactly for.
I was cleaning vents. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, just clearing out the vents. Just wanted to make sure, you know.
Yeah.
So Indigo gonna walk away with the three-peat here on Lijiang Tower, but that's so awesome to hear there, Seraph. And you know, it's always great, in my opinion, to see folks like Seraph growing from level to level. Like we've seen that with a lot of folks. Like the one that always pops up in the top of my head. Oh, sorry, I got excited. Teabag play of the game. All right. The thing that always gets me excited about seeing our community grow and expand is getting to see those players moving up through the ranks. The one that always that I'm always reminded of is Krev, only because I got to see Krev before they came to the Tranquility community. So they started out in the lowest tier of a previous community that we were in, you know, getting in and, you know, focusing and learning and growing, and then came to Trank and then just shot up through the ranks over the couple of seasons that they've been here. And so continuing to see folks grow like that, I think is what makes the Tranquility community so amazing, because we support that. We stand that in Tranquility. We stand learning and growth, as the kids would say. But nevertheless, we are at the end of our night, which means that we're in the end of our interview. So, Seraph, sorry for calling you canlises like a million times during this, but I'm a boomer and I can only remember so many things. So,
You want the boomerang again? We can get the
I'm gonna
boomerang
go on
again.
boomer.
I can talk
I'm not
about
gonna go-
archaic machines.
No. Oh man, don't get me started on arcade
A
machines.
Walkman? A Walkman? Anyone got a Walkman here? Anyone got a Walkman right now?
Game Boy?
Game Boy Advanced? Anyone?
Oh my goodness! Talk about Sega Genesis, maybe.
Ah.
We didn't have no Game Boy.
The original NES?
All right.
Atari?
The
Nevertheless,
Condor? Anyone?
thank you so much for spending some time with us. Is there anything that else that you'd like to talk about? Anything you'd like to shout out? Just kind of anything that you want to say before we go ahead and let you go for the night.
Yeah, quick shout out to my boys, Dwayne, D-Wayne Gang, Rise Up.
Yes.
And Mr. Icarus OW, actual
Ooh.
cracked projectile player.
Yeah.
Projectile flex, let's go.
We all stand the Thickerus here in Tranquility for sure. All right, thank you so much, Seraph. I'm gonna send you back to have some more fun with your team while we go ahead and wrap things up. All right,
We've
that's
released
it.
him back to the wild.
We have released Seraph back into the wild. Probably confused about who he is at this point, thanks to me. I'm sorry about that. Not the greatest way to end the season, being confused about who
But it's
you
a way
are.
to end the season.
It is a way to end the season. NA prod, folks. That's the way it works here. But yeah, we've said it a couple times, but that's it. We're at the end of the season.
Okay, so this is the part where we have this off season, and everyone's we're gonna have some. We're gonna see what happens in the off season. But of course, we always can look forward to that season 7 on the horizon. I'm excited to cast from the beginning of a season this time. I joined mid-season at season 6. I joined mid-season. I tried to put in as much as I could. I would like to think I did. In some ways, and I want to put my all into the next season as well from the beginning, and I can actually watch the storylines unfold from the beginning instead of joining mid-season and being confused like, who are these teams, what are these teams? No, I can see the coming and going of teams, the formation of teams, the going of players. I can see that from the beginning now, so I'm gonna be really happy to see that. And of course, it's been amazing. This entire season experience has been amazing, and I can't wait to work with you guys once again.
Yeah, I mean that's really all it comes down to. I know that I keep having to remind Booth over and over again that despite my newfound fame as I move up the casting ladder, I'm not going anywhere either, because this is the place to be. I don't care what anybody else
Love
says.
this place, honestly.
Tranquility is the greatest place to be. There's just something about it, right? It's the community, the family that we have established here. And the great thing is that the door's open to any of y'all that want to join. So for those of you out there that are really kind of like, oh, I don't know about this Tranquility community, come check it out for yourself. Applications are already open for season 7. If your team participated, or if you participated in season 7, you essentially get or season 6 rather, you get a frontline seat to be able to sign up for season 7. But you got to come quick, because those applications, they go like hotcakes. They're gone. Unless you're in trans tier, that usually takes a little bit longer, because
Masters players,
the pros, they want to go to
weird
OD and stuff,
Yeah, who would ever join? Who would ever join?
Who would ever go to OD?
I
I don't know who would go to OD. That's weird. I do have to say though, we've had some amazing Transcendence tier teams go to OD. Like talking about Pogfish, still a team, folks.
Wait, yeah, I know that team actually. Yeah,
Pogfish, who played in season 5, is still playing out in the Overwatch world, still racking heads. They're now known. They just recently joined the Bird Society org, so they are now Bird Society Esports.
Wait, I know that.
Pog Flying Fish.
What a way
not
to.
A bird. They are a flying fish.
What a way to change a name, huh? What a way. You go from Pogfish to whatever that was.
You know, flying fish are a real thing, and they can be
They
pog.
are. They are a
can
real
be
thing.
Pog flying fish. And you know, we're talking about Rocket a lot. Finally, on Drifters, made their way to Contenders Trials. Get to see them in action, see if they can make their way up to Contenders for this next couple of seasons going on during the summer. So really excited to see there. And there's probably many others that I haven't mentioned that have gone far from here and done incredible things. So please continue to support this great community. They do so much. We all do so much to keep this going, but we can't do it without all y'all. So be sure to hit that art, punch that bell, hit the sub button if you can. Do it on PC, save yourself $1 from the mobile overlords, and you know, just give to a great cause because it all comes back. We've given away gift cards, we've given away wall decals and t-shirts and all sorts of stuff this season, and that all comes from y'all. Like, that's the only way that we were able to do it. So thank you all so much for your support. Thank you so much for an incredible season 6. Thank you to Laggy Son for coming in on production, working on a scuffed setup as their mid-move from college back home. We appreciate you taking the time to help us out on the last one of the season. Worst, anything else you want to say before we sign off for the night?
Big shout outs and big dubskis to production this season, the community this season, players this season, GMs this season, staff, anyone this season that participated and helped grow this community to the point where it is today. Of course, it is All-Star, so I'm allowed to say big dubskis on cast, unironically. So yeah, really, I don't know, it's just kind of incredible. When I first got the message, when I was first seeing basically that we were pulling in 130, even 130 people consistently at times. I felt like I was seeing it consistently throughout the playoffs, and I was seeing that, and I was like really impressed because we are hitting really good, like really great numbers, and of course we hit partner as well. And when I saw the partner thing in the very super secret, unbeknownst to all of you, Discord channel with all the production staff that is super exclusive.
Much of a secret.
No, it's not at all. Not at all. But when I saw that, I was overcome with a lot of emotions, mostly just pride in being a part of this community, meaning that even if I am new, even if I just joined mid-season, that I could contribute to this community. And as much as I'm contributing to this community is always contributing to me, helping me grow as a caster, as a person, as a figure in a community, maybe, perhaps, especially for Overwatch. Just really proud to be a part of this community and really honored to be able to be here and represent you guys.
And we're so glad to have you. And no matter what the future may bring, Tranquility will continue to stand tall and be the amazing Tier 4 organization that we have come to be. So, last bit of news. The last bit of content, you thought it was here, but it's not, because we worked really hard putting together the Beat Drop podcast this season. If you haven't caught any of them, be sure to catch the Discord tier end of season awards podcast over on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/OW Tranquility. You can catch that right after this match. We had a lot of fun putting it together, got to learn a lot about the end of season award winners and kind of, where they came in gaming, learn about their teams and why they picked the roles that they did, and just have a good old time. So be sure to check those out over there. It's got the whole season ready and waiting for you. So feel free to binge that while we'll be kind of off production for a couple of months. But from Worst, Laggy, all of the Tranquility staff and admins, and good old Captain Jack, thank you for watching Overwatch Tranquility and being a part of what makes it so great. And we'll see you in Season 7.